It is fun times in Duval County with the Jacksonville Jaguars on the rise. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name is Zachary Smith. If you could do me all a favor before we dive into this, please subscribe to the channel, leave me a like, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video that I'm putting out here. And also, as we go through this, comment down below whether you are a Jacksonville Jaguars fan, a fan of the NFL, NFL draft in general, all that good stuff. Let me know how you feel about the picks as we go through this. And anything that we've done in the past, anything you want to see in the future, have at it. Pretty much free for all in the comments, if you will, because it helps me out a ton. So appreciate everybody that's been a part of this journey and continues to be a part of this journey with me. But yes, continuing on with the 4-round mock drafts for every team in the NFL based off where they make their first selection in the draft. Pick number 24 in the 2023 NFL draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars, coming off a playoff berth, playoff win in the AFC South that looks very much winnable for the Jacksonville Jaguars in the foreseeable future, with two teams, maybe all three, looking for the new franchise quarterback this year. So we will dive into this and see how we can help out Trevor Lawrence and company. I think as you go through here and you look at what their team needs could potentially be, they are a far cry from where they used to be. It happened very quickly with Doug Pederson and company fixing the state of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I look at corner and safety, so secondary in general. They need a slot corner for sure. Tight end could be in play even with Evan Ingram back on the franchise tag. Maybe an interior offensive lineman and then maybe an interior defensive lineman. But they got 5 picks within the first 4 rounds here that we're going to be able to work with. So I'll share my screen and we can dive into it. And I don't want to be the big screen. There we go. Young, Stroud, Anderson, Richardson. Gonzalez at 5, though. And Jalen Carter's still on the board. The slide is real. In Detroit, well, I didn't see this. They trade back. Oh, no, they trade. Wow. I mean, what a job by the Lions. They trade back from 6 to 12. I didn't even – I saw Tyree Wilson go at 6 and didn't even realize what had happened there. Tyree Wilson at 6, and then Detroit gets Howard, who's a serviceable tackle. He can play if he has to. Maybe they play him at guard in this scenario, along with 12 to get Jalen Carter and pick 33. Brad Holmes and company, man, they just keep winning. Wide receiver for the Steelers in round 1, JSN. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm a little bit upset here. Obviously, we're at the mercy of the computer in this one. Brian Branch goes at 20. Would have absolutely loved him in this spot. I think he's a perfect Jacksonville Jaguar. A lot of talk about him not going in round 1. How does Jacksonville pass him up at 24 though? If he gets there, there's not that many like round 1 guys to me in this class, and I throw the testing out the window in my opinion. You see on tape the speed that he plays at, and he doesn't need to be a 4.4 guy to be effective. All right, so I think my short board here would be Brian Brzee. I think they could certainly use him there. I think his best football is ahead of him in the pros. And then the tight ends are certainly in play. The only thing that I'm considering here that maybe, doesn't scream like it would be where they went in the first round is Nolan Smith, just because I like the player so much. I think Anton Harrison should be in play too for them. Man, this is very tough. We're going to go, we haven't gone this direction yet, I don't believe, but we're actually going to go Michael Mayer, just because, and the reason I'm choosing him over Kincaid, even though Kincaid is my tight end 1, is Mayer's going to offer more as an inline blocker as well. You kind of already have your, slot tight end, receiving tight end that plays off the line of scrimmage in Evan Ingram, at least for 1 season. And Michael Mayer can do that as well. Michael Mayer is to me, the more well-rounded guy. If I needed just a vertical weapon, Dalton Kincaid would make sense. I like Mayer's overall game probably a little bit more. Yeah, it's a coin flip for me, but we go Mayer in this situation. I think he makes a little bit more sense for Jacksonville specifically. stick and pick at every spot. Man, Kalijah Cansey's still on the board here. I think my only thing with him, man, is does Jacksonville have what they need along the defensive line to be able to kind of hide him, if you will? And I mean, he might not see the field in obvious run situations. Kalijah Cansey, to me, is a net negative in the run game. He's just so good as a pass disruptor, though. Great at collapsing the pocket. I think he might be the best interior pass rusher in this class. Man, this is tough. And they desperately need a slot corner. I don't know that one is worth taking. I mean, I love Julius Brent. He's not gonna. I mean, if we needed a guy for the boundary, I think that there's some options there that I would take in this spot. Antonio Johnson can kind of do a lot of different things. We talked about him actually in the last mock draft that we did. The value's too good for me here. We're going to take Kalijah Cansey. And this is kind of where we're very fortunate to have the plethora of picks that we have for Jacksonville. It affords us the opportunity to make a pick like that. This is just, I mean, this isn't falling the way that it would need to for us to go slot corner. Oh, never mind. Yeah, we're going to take him here. Jatavius Martin, to me, is going to be, he's going to go on day 2. I think this is a fine spot for him. I think he's going to be a slot corner at the NFL level. I think. I don't know, how expansive his role is going to be, how much farther you go outside of, just letting him play in the slot. But that's what Jacksonville needs. So I think it's a perfect fit for him there. Brian Branch in round 1 or Jartavius Martin in like round 3. I could do either one. I'd get on board with going either direction. We didn't get Branch in round 1, so we come back to the board here. And I like the landing spot a ton. Okay. If we didn't go there, that pick, we could have gone Tre'Vius Hodges-Tomlinson here. There's some names I like on the O-line for sure. So, yeah, what are we going? Tight end, D tackle, corner. Yeah. Tight end for sure, 3 tech, slot corner. That's what we got so far. I think interior offensive line makes sense here. I like McClendon Curtis a lot. Do you let, Andrew Voorhees basically redshirt for a season? Chandler Zavala I like. And then some of the tackles like Wanya Morris, I think he's right within that top 10 to me tackles in this class. Olu Uluwatimi I like. Juice Scruggs I like. I don't think they need somebody right now. I think they can live with what they got there. And for that reason, I'm going to take Andrew Voorhees. I think they got the ability to kind of, wait on his health, essentially, for him to get back to be able to play. But that could be, pay dividends down the line because you're doing that. And then our last pick here, Byron Young's still on the board. I mean, that could be, I know it's going to look like we just double dipped at defensive tackle, but 2 really different players in him and Kalijah Cansey. We could go with another pass catcher. I mean, if you look at the contracts within that receiver room, they could need somebody down the line here. But we're actually going to go Roschon Johnson, add somebody else to that running back room, and Roschon Johnson also. Well, first off, he obviously got overshadowed by Bijan there. I think that he could carve out a role as a runner for sure at the NFL level. But I mean, at the very least, that to me is a guy that's going to be an A+ special teams player for you as well. So Not that I'm not drafting him in the 4th round, hoping that that's all he is, but yeah. So here we go: Michael Mayer, Kalijah Cansey, Jatavius Martin, Andrew Voorhees, and Roshan Johnson. Again, this is what I would do in these picks. I have no clue the level of interest that the Jaguars have shown in these guys. I shouldn't say I have no clue. Obviously, I've come across things. I'm not as tapped in with the Jaguars as obviously the local media and some other people. My friend Drew created a spreadsheet that shows all this information, whether it be a top 30 visit, a dinner, a private workout, meeting at the combine with, but I'm not looking at that when I'm doing these drafts. This is just what I would do in these spots. So yeah, let me know how you're feeling about the picks, whether you're a Jags fan or just a fan of the NFL draft in general down below. Again, if you aren't already, if you are new, or if you just haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, leave me a like, hit that notification bell. It helps me out a ton, and I really appreciate it. And until next time, we will be on the clock with who's got the next pick? Is it Cowboys? No, it's the Giants. The Giants with pick 25 will be on. It's so weird that the Giants are picking that late. Giants are on the clock with pick 25, so we'll be back with that one in the next one. But until then, we'll see you. Bye bye.